right, hello everyone. Welcome to Zelda Speedruns. We're featuring Z2R tournaments, 2020 Z2R's 2020 standard tournament. We have losers bracket round 1 here between Jackimus and Xarnax42. Today on comms we have Jay Coper and Zeke. How are you guys doing?
Doing well, thank you.
I'm doing all right. Looking forward to the race.
Yep, should be a pretty good one. I will let you guys commentate. I will be on tracking today, and have fun.
Yeah, so Jack lost to Buzz Thunder in the first round of the winner's bracket, and Xarnax lost to Chromaticalism. I unfortunately did not catch either of those races, but
I also missed those races today, but
But both these guys are pretty good at this game, and looking forward to a pretty fun race here. I would definitely give Xarnax a little bit of an edge. But see what happens. We're off. Well, that is a fun starting location, all the way in the very south.
Kind of nice not to see a giant swamp on start for once.
So,
two immediate hammer block caves to the right.
Yeah, wow. And there's our ref tile right away. Jack is going to get us our first spell in Raru here.
I also think I saw a second town down where Jack is, and that's our fairy spell in route.
That's pretty nice. I didn't see how much it costs. That's a big question for early in the race. This is a weird encounter here that Xarnax has. 60? Okay, so it's castable. Not cheap, obviously, but being able to cast it early is nice. Oh, it's the backside of Saria, so he's going to be able to get his second spell right away. Having early fairy, of course, also means that he'll be able to do other things like get down stab, and he'll be able to explore palaces more readily. I'm not sure how much Xarnax is planning on doing here. If he was mostly one of the fun things you can do here in Palace 2 is check the drippers to see if you can get a bunch of experience in a hurry early.
That is a very expensive fire spell from Saria.
Yeah, that's not terribly surprising. Fire is usually pretty expensive at lower levels, but it gets cheap in a hurry. So, fire is of course linked to some other spell. We'll figure out what that is eventually. Xarnax is struggling a bit with this Iron Knuckle.
And just south of the front end of Saria is GP.
And there's a raft. Man, this could get dicey for Xarnax here. I would hate to see him not come away with something out of this. But he gets his attack too, so that's good. At least. Oh, that's death, and that's probably time to bail. Yeah. Let's see if he's gonna head to the left now, and let's see if he finds those towns and makes the same decisions that Jack did. He's found Death Mountain. He's gonna do a quick peek here. while Jack's in Medicine Cave.
A Medicine Cave with a very not happy to see him Moblin.
Oh, is it Fire Thunder? Let's see. If it is, yes, it certainly is. Wow. Yeah, Jack's got a very significant lead here with Fire, Thunder, and the knowledge, and yeah.
The raft.
Yeah.
And the candle.
Yeah, Candle is. It's helpful early. Not gonna lie. Oh, Jack decides to up an A there. That was interesting. He was probably on his last life.
And Xarnax is in Router now.
Okay. So this will be interesting to see if he goes straight through Saria. No, keep up an aid. Is he gonna go right back to P2 maybe? Or he's setting west? He is going right back into P2 and Jack right following him. Wow. That's fun.
Almost synchronized entry here.
Yeah. Jack is going down to the place that Xarnax has already been. So we didn't see Mito yet, meaning that Jack, despite having Fairy, does not have downstab yet.
I think Xarnax is in the item room?
Yeah, he sure is. Oh. Drippers are a huge disappointment. Just Muse. Magic Key, though, that's helpful. Xarnax takes a bit of an intentional death there. And yeah, he needs to get that Thunderfire.
These are very useful levels to be getting. And Xarnax will be going into the back end of Saria.
Oh yeah. Fairy got a little cheaper by Magic 3 here. Looks like it costs about 36 or so now. Alright, so Xarnax is going to get his Fire Spell. Let's see if he immediately levels his magic so that he can test it. Fire's still too expensive to cast here, it looks like, for Jack. To cast with having already cast Fairy on the same life. Well, this is interesting for Jack because he's grabbing this key, which Xarnax, of course, is not going to have to do, being that he already has the magic key. Jack's not going to try to dig the item or anything there. That's interesting. I guess the more dead ends that you find in Palace 2, the higher the odds are that you're going to run into a glove block in there, so he might be wanting to not commit too much time there. But of course, Xarnax is going to have that magic key advantage wherever he goes now. So,
It looks... I think that was Ruto, if my memory serves.
yeah, Xarnax found that earlier. So I think Xarnax tested Fire, so he knows that he's got Thunderfire as well. So, considering that in the bracket flags we don't have the magical 500 and 1000 point P-bags that we saw often enough in the Swiss rounds. The P-bags have been pretty free-flowing here, and Jack's really making good use of them.
It also helps that 100 and 200 are dropping like crazy today.
Yeah.
P-bag cave. I think that's a P-bag cave, isn't it?
Yeah.
Iguana.
Yeah, I believe that's where Jack is. Yep, he's in the first item cave in the east here. Pretty quickly finding that after heading east. Picking up the boots, which are an amazing find.
So, early boots and early fairy and thunder, effectively. So, does that mean we're going to have to go on a long hunt for reflect today? Usually what it seems to be.
You never know what'll happen. We still need the glove. That's the thing that would weigh heaviest on me. Xarnax is poking into Death Mountain just a little bit here. Not sure why. But, let's see if this leads to anything interesting.
200 experience Elizalfos.
Yeah, the red ones, I think that's probably the most that they can drop. The red ones are usually the stingiest on experience. There's a trophy for us, so that's one spell we can get now. Is that Jackson 3 or 6 there? I don't know which that was. Want to point out that it was interesting that Jack was walking on the very bottom of the eastern continent there. That's something that you might not always notice right away, because it looks like the land goes all the way down to the bottom, but you can actually walk down a step farther, so it's good to be aware of that.
We have a river devil in the middle of the road.
Yeah. So I think Xarnax got to the northern part of the west by going through Death Mountain, and that might have been the only way to the north. Not positive. But, yeah. So he's gonna potentially find some more stuff here that Jack didn't find in the west. Oh, there was a bridge going north. Okay. Either way, I don't think Jack went up here. He definitely did not get that heart, obviously. So.
It looks like we need 6 magic containers for new item.
Fortunately, that lady still gives a hint. That'd be awful if she didn't. Otherwise, all the hints are gone in the bracket rounds.
Life spell's nice enough to have on hand.
It looks like this is probably Mito right here. Yep. So Xarnax is going to get his down stab. Man, it's kind of crazy how much of an advantage Jack has in levels right now. Not quite sure why he went in the swamp encounter if he was just gonna run back out. Probably regret it.
We're getting all the free spells early in the run.
Yeah, we still got Fire Town. That's the big one that's left, I suppose. So that's just jump. Can be useful, I guess. Never entirely required. Let's see if Jack makes it out of town. It can be tough. Odds are certainly very high that we're going to need an item in addition to the glove.
Unfortunately, we aren't able to get more of that mountain north of the raft tile today.
Yeah, we'll probably have to go through some connector caves or something. I think Jack is going to go cash in his trophy right away. That's my guess. So this will be a bit of a moment here. We'll see if this is the other spell we need, Reflect. He just walked right by it. Okay, now he's going to... Oh wait, where is it? It's up here somewhere. There it is, okay.
It is kind of confusing that there are two bridges crossing that river, next to two forests. And a swamp.
Yeah. Xarnax finally attacked 3.
And our trophy spell is... our actual thunder spell.
So that's a pretty big letdown there. I like that Xarnax cut his losses on those lizard bits. Those things are never worth the time investment as far as experience goes.
It looks like we're taking the path north of Rudo. Yeah.
Yeah, was this the path with the hammer block? Either way, we're not going to find out immediately, I guess. But he might be heading right back up there. I hope. No, okay. Okay, there's two paths north. Okay. That's a pretty normal thing to see on the open world. Two paths north, one with a rock and one with the encounter like this. Fails the fairy feat though, that's a little painful. I just gotta deal with this garbage instead. And I think Xarnax has... Oh, I was gonna say he's about caught up in levels, but not quite. Jack's struggling a bit.
That platforming stage can be an absolutely painful experience.
Oh yeah, I've had some bad experiences with those in past Z2R tournaments. Xarnax finds his trophy of disappointment.
We may see Xarnax go into this palace.
Maybe. I don't think it would be a terrible idea, especially since he's got the magic key. He can go pretty much anywhere. The biggest limiting factor for him would be not having the glove, but the glove could be in that palace despite appearances. Yeah, Xarnax doing pretty good on those now. I'd give him the edge. I think that Magic 4 is more important than the Life 4 because Magic 4 made fire definitely cheaper. I think it's around 20-ish now.
That 500p bag would be a huge help.
Yeah. And there's a lot of intrigue left here. We haven't seen a single magic container. Those would be very useful.
And it's very possible we need that flute to get past the River Devil, get to the north side of Eastern.
That's possible, but we definitely saw a connector that we haven't taken yet, so I would be surprised if the flute is required for that purpose.
And Jack makes it to Mito.
See, Xarnax can now just cast double fire on those guys to kill them. You don't have to waste your time swinging the sword. Oh, Xarnax found the other item cave in the east. I don't think Jack saw this one, so this will be a new check. Oh, yes, you want that red jar. I'd be really surprised if Xarnax doesn't go through that other cave there. Oh, there's the hammer. That's gonna make me really tempted to go back to the west to find Xarnax, knowing that we've got those caves. Yep, and there's the immediate opening.
Like you said, we've got 2 hammer block caves, and I don't know if that hammer block path is there either.
Yeah, the hammer block path is obviously not necessary, but it might be convenient to, say, turn into medicine later. That's probably the most convenient way to the north.
Because it doesn't have that platforming counter.
Yeah. Yeah, Jack kind of went the right way at the start, and definitely had a little bit of a lead in things that he had found. But I would say that Xarnax definitely has one now, with both the hammer and the magic key, but Jack is on his way to the hammer here, so that's a good start. Certainly a long ways to go here. Oh, you think Xarnax is probably thinking about Spectacle Rock too? He could. He could. First magic jar, nice.
Trying to wonder where most of those are hiding.
I'm a little surprised.
Dungeons at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we got plenty of spots left to look at. A little surprised that Xarnax took like 5. I would have saved up for Magic 5, I think. But we'll see. Maybe Xarnax is going to up an A from his Thunder spell that he doesn't need.
Jack has found Maze Island.
Yeah. So he didn't go immediately back to the east after getting the hammer, which is interesting. Or back to the west, I mean. Yeah, that's an interesting choice. I wonder if he will head back there soon after this. But that's his 5th container, so if he goes back to the west and opens those hammer caves, which I'm guessing he will, then he'll be able to pick up that that item from the Magic Jar Lady in New Kasuto. After that. Is this Palace 2 again for Xarnax? Not a huge fan of this decision. I mean, I realize that, like, you're here now, but, you know, the risk is just too big for me. The risk of getting glove blocked and having to see that you just wasted a bunch of time, because you know you're not getting a second item in here. There's only one per palace.
Jack has found both items in Maze Island.
Yeah, I saw one was a pea bag and one was a magic jar. That's right.
Is that 6? With the elevator shaft with fire mode surrounding it?
Unless it's 4. Was it 4?
It's in the west. I think this has to be 6.
Oh, it's definitely 6. Okay. Oh, I don't remember seeing 4. Okay. I believe you, though. Yeah, this is an interesting dig for Jack. So he doesn't have the magic key, which means that getting through here could be a pretty big hassle. You need to cast Fairy both to for normal fairy uses and to go through doors, so that can be a lot of fairy casts, and magic can be a big concern in Palace 6.
Can't you also get glove block?
Oh yes, you can. I'd say glove blocks are a little less likely in P6 compared to P3 in particular is probably the most likely glove block place. But they're still frequent enough. And there's one. And Jack couldn't bail. And Xarnax found a dead end. Yay, glove blocks. I wonder if Xarnax is gonna go back to death mode.
That is certainly a place for Maze Island.
Yeah, I didn't see how Jack went up there. Did you just walk along the east coast, or...?
I think he walked the east coast with the boots.
Okay.
There's 4. I think we have our last town on the east.
Oh yeah, this is our last free spell. Yeah, Xarnax is definitely re-entering a lot of caves. probably looking for Death Mountain.
Our free skeleton Boru is hell.
Yeah. So now once Jack gets that 6 magic container, he'll be able to get both items out of Nukusudo, which is nice. I'm trying to force myself when I play this game to do a little more mapping. Just very rough mapping of things that you need to go back to. Alright. Xarnax has found one Death Mountain entrance, but it's not the one he wants. The other one was in the north, I'm pretty sure.
You're right.
Let's see if he goes back north. Well, this is costing him valuable time, that's for sure. Wow, this is an interesting area that Jack has found.
This eastern continent kind of for its generation today.
Yeah. Without going through any caves, I think Jack has like wrapped all the way back around to the west, to a part of the west that he couldn't get to from the start. This is like the other side of the river devil right here, I think. Oh, this is our first time seeing Trophy Cave. Oh, there's the medicine. Wow. How did we not see this before? I don't know how Xarnax got there, but that's a huge find.
And Jack has found the river, the water tile.
Yeah.
So
This could be big. It's a jar. Okay.
that is big for Jack.
Yeah. He can now go back to Nukusudo and get both items, of course.
And we have a flute requirement. There's a 3-eye rock there.
Oh man. That's some good knowledge for Jack too. That's for sure. Xarnax with a very nice fairy feat right there. On his way to turning that medicine. Jack's made his way up to attack 5, that's nice for him. I'd say he's definitely retaken the advantage in levels now. I'll take attack 5 over life 5 any day.
And we know Jack's about to pick up his 7th magic container off of the cave here.
Yeah. Which, I mean, you'll accept it. It's definitely not going to be necessary, but...
Right now it is pretty necessary for Jack. He doesn't have that magic feat.
Yeah, that's true. That will make a difference for casting fairy in the palaces. If he's gonna need this heart first, but the next chick cave he checks will be the magic jar. But meanwhile, Xarnax got reflect, so he is just missing those 2 critical items, the glove and the flute.
So wherever Xarnax found that trophy cave is our key to reflect, and I don't know where he found it.
Yeah, I don't know. It was tucked in somewhere pretty well in the west here. Jack doesn't want the pea bag there. That's interesting.
And understandably, for Xarnax, he takes the reflection straight to Palace 4.
Yeah, for sure. That seems like the obvious play. And he's got the magic key and the fire thunder. Should be pretty easy for Xarnax to clear palaces now. Definitely looking for items. Xarnax does not yet know that he needs that flute, but regardless, he wants the glove, so... Oh, very nice jackhammer there.
And Jack is going to go get his 2 items out of New Kazuto.
Just a heart in Palace 4 for Xarnax, unfortunately.
Well, there's the flute.
Yep. Yeah, Xarnax cannot get that yet. So he needs to find one more magic container.
We know that we have one more out there hiding from us. 2 found on the water tile and in Maze Island. And neither of those are exactly the closest to New Kazuto to get.
Yeah, it's almost certainly going to require a backtrack. Xarnax, however, has found Kirok. What was the other item there?
The glove.
Oh, it's a glove? Oh, okay. So it had all the goods. And Xarnax does not have the spell yet, I don't believe. So he's going to have to find a magic jar, and he's going to have to find Naburu so that he can get that spell, and then go back to New Kazuto with both those things.
Luckily, I believe we're on route to Maze Island. Or just past Maze Island.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just a matter of time. Oh, is this P2? Is Jack finally getting his, key? Yep. Okay. So he's got that going for him now. Jack definitely needs to get that medicine, though. So, you know, they both got a bit of an advantage in exploration and item getting that the other doesn't have at this point. And Xarnax has placed the first gem of the match in P4. Picked up 2 levels while doing it, too. So he's now up to 555.
This makes you wonder, where will we see Xarnax go next? We know where he needs to find some magic containers.
I would think he would try to explore kind of where he stopped before. Although maybe he'll poke into that palace right there.
And we now know this one's 3. We found 6 over on Maze Island.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, we know there's no required item in here, so the best that Xarnax can hope for is to get lucky and not get glove blocked here. But picking up another magic jar in here would be, of course, helpful, since that would give him the 6 that he needs to get the flute.
I would almost say a hindrance to Xarnax here to get a magic container with what we know at least. Because it would take him away from Naboru and the spell.
Alright, I approve of your decision, Xarnax. Ooh. Oh, this has to be probably P1 in Valley of Death here then, or maybe P5. Either way, it's going to be one that we can complete.
And Jackimus gets to place his first gem of the season.
Yeah.
Too.
Man, I don't ever support crossing these encounters in Valley of Death. Oh, Xarnax failed the fairy feat that time. So he's gonna try going through again, I guess. Or he's gonna take another death.
And it looks like I can't quite tell what those color dots are.
What, those what?
I usually judge my dungeons by the pillar.
Oh,
Like
I mean, it was the straight lines. It was P1, yeah. Do you look at the capitals of the pillars, or do you look at the
I usually look
the
at
pillars themselves? Yeah, the pillars themselves are so much easier, I think, because P1 and P4 are just straight vertical lines. P2 and P5 are solid, pretty much, maybe a little speckled, and then P3 and P6 have the grid on the pillars.
I didn't realize the pillars. Oh.
What's that?
I didn't realize that the pillars themselves were different too.
Yeah.
So that's actually good information. Thank you, Cobra. I will have to remember that for the future.
Yeah. So Xarnax is 100% going to get the item out of P1. Again, for his sake, the best thing that he can get is a magic container. But that's not all that he needs, so he's going to have to still find Naboru regardless if this is a magic jar. But it's not, it's just a P-Bag. But that is going to get him another level out of this, I think. Surprised he's not using a fire spell there. Even if you can kill that Iron Knuckle, I mean, you've got all this magic to use. You're not going to use it anywhere else in P1. Xarnax really hoping to get this level before he takes an up in A. All he's got to do is use fire! For the love of God, thank you.
That's a lot of experience from Magus.
Yeah, that's nice. Always nice when you see them dropping 500.
Looks like Jack is going to take his turn through Palace 3, and I think he is able to full clear him since he has the glove.
Yeah, for sure. He's going to still be looking for the item too as well, but that's hardly out of the way. It was pretty quick for Xarnax to get to the item, so it'll just be a quick in and out for Jack, and then he'll head down to the boss. Xarnax now up 2 gems to 1. I like that they're going to have 2 gems placed each end. None of the same. We'll see if they can keep that pattern going. I wouldn't actually be that shocked if that happened.
It would be amusing for certain.
Well, Xarnax is going through a connector here. I don't think we saw Jack go through a single one. And I think that's the very first time that Xarnax is seeing Three-Eyed Rock there, so...
Good information to have for sure.
Yeah.
Especially when you know that the River Devil is right there, so you don't have to go back through the connector to get there.
Yeah, he is picking up his 6th jar that he needs here, but he still hasn't found Nibiru, I don't think. So he might end up actually digging Palace 5 for the glove. That would be a bit unfortunate if that happens.
Yes, well, Jack may dig it for looking for a spell item to reflect, too, so...
Yeah, that is also true.
I would definitely be surprised if we didn't see Xarnax go from here into Palace 5.
Yeah, for sure. Did Jack burn a gem? I didn't see him burn one, but I believe you.
I believe he burned the Palace 2 gem.
Interesting. Some people like burning gems, particularly my next opponent. But not a huge fan.
I believe it has its place late in the seed, but...
Yeah, I will most frequently burn a gem, which I don't do often, but just if my experience plan would be upset by taking a level, I'll consider burning a gem and say, wow, this is a very fast Guma. I can't imagine that Xarnax will look for the item in here with Guma being this fast. Like, there have to be easier items out there, right? He hasn't seen Maze Island at all yet. I'd be pretty surprised to see him dig P5 at this point.
I will say, I am amazed that we have 5 gems placed between 2 runners in 5 different palaces.
Yes. So Xarnax has to find Nibiru, and he has to find Maze Island.
And again, I think that by going around this way, Xarnax will find the Borhu before finding Maze Island.
Yeah, but of course spell is not going to mean anything to him. That's just like, oh, that's another item location that I have to go back to. So he'll surely get back there eventually before doing something like digging Palace 5 or digging Death Mountain. But he'll probably still go to Maze Island and dig the items there for sure. Might end up going into P6 as well. Still, on Jack's side, I wonder if he even realizes that he's missed that cave in the west. Wherever it is, it's hidden pretty well, because they both missed it for a bit. Did Xarnax see Naburu? He's
I'm not sure he did.
I would think ignoring it would be a little bold of a play, because he should be aware that like you having spell be required is definitely a thing. Yeah, I don't know. His biggest focus was probably on getting to Maze Island, I guess, but I'm not sure. Anyway, now they're both at 7 magic jars. Fairy's pretty reasonably priced here, right around 34 it looks like.
It is very convenient to Maze Island have both items easily accessible from the path.
Yeah, not having to trace around a whole bunch of dead ends. Just kind of head right to the palace.
I do agree with Jack's decision to dig Palace 1 here.
Oh, for sure. I think it's very rarely wrong to dig Palace 1. I don't know if Jack went up from that elevator. I think he might have gone down. No, he probably went up. This looks like the same way that Jack went before, which went to a dead end, I believe.
Yeah. There's a glove block just passes through, I believe.
No, this is this way. Jack did see that though.
Oh, that's the dead end. I think glove block's on the other, up an elevator on the other end, I guess?
Or it might be down and then right, that leads to the glove block. So this is a part of Palace 6 that we didn't see, I'm pretty sure. So this is technically glove blocks, but you're not going to complain if you're here, and this leads you to the right path. Jack's now in P5. See if he finds Guma just as quickly. I would imagine he will. And probably make the same decision not to dig. Oh, Xarnax has found the item in P6. Probably a heart or our last magic jar. Could be the vanilla cross, though, perhaps.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the Runia child here either.
Yeah, I think that kind of covers all the possibilities. It is the cross. Again, Fred's complete uninvolvement with this randomizer shows up. Alright, Xarnax, not cutting your losses yet, huh? Guess maybe one more way to explore before we give up on this place.
Jack does get through Goom, and it looks like he's going to dig.
Yeah, that could be a big moment for him. This could take a lot of time, or not, we'll see. House 5 has a lot of rooms, and most of them Jack hasn't seen yet, so... I'm guessing that to the left here is just going to be a dead end, and then Xarnax will open A and move on. Come back here later with the glove.
I would be surprised if we find a way to Barbo without the glove here.
Yeah. So Xarnax did not get spell from everything we saw. It didn't look like he even saw Nibiru. Is he gonna go to Death Mountain? Oh. Not really sure where he's gonna head. Yeah, it looks like he's going to Death Mountain. So we have both of them undertaking a endeavor that could be quite time-consuming and ultimately fruitless. Because we know that the trophy, or the medicine that Jack needs is just in the trophy cave in the west, which is kind of well hidden. And
that cave is south of the raft spot.
South of the raft spot? Huh. Yeah. And the glove that Xarnax needs is just in the spell spot in Nuke Pseudo. And spell is in Nibiru, so those are the things that they need to be doing, not the things that they're actually doing right now. Oh, Xarnax hasn't seen Spectacle Rock yet either, so I guess that justifies digging into Death Mountain a little more.
It briefly looked accessible with the boots, but that is sealed in there.
Yeah, it looks like there's about 3 or so caves that lead to Spectacle Rock area. Oh, Jack has found the item at 5, so this could have ended up worse for him. It's the 8th jar.
Again, with Fire Thunder, 8 jars is never a problem.
Yeah, no. I mean, regardless of the spells, you're never going to say no to magic. I say, I'm too good for that.
Xarnax was found Hammer Cave.
Yeah.
It looked like it was in the top left corner of Death Mountain today.
So I think that the child would be good for him in a way, because it would prompt him to look for spells in the east, perhaps. I don't even remember seeing Darunia.
I saw it very briefly when Jack first went. I think it is east, to the east of Valley of Death.
Okay.
But it was a very brief visit.
Yeah, you're not gonna dig into Darunia when you might need to come back there later. It's the heart. So Xarnax is gonna look for Spectacle Rock. Good chance that has the kid. I think we've seen every item at this point, except for the kid, and Spectacle Rock. So yeah, these guys have done pretty decent work of basically clearing out the entire seed between the two of them. Oh, it's definitely anyone's game. Like I said, I don't know if Jack is even aware that he's missed that cave in the west, and Xarnax has a lot of decisions to make yet. Oh, he's so close, but so far away.
This mount is always a fun experience in the randomizer.
Yeah, sometimes that fun is in quotation marks, but it's an experience, alright.
And Xarnax has found the other side, and there is the kid.
That's good. That could have taken longer for sure. So that was sufficiently efficient, I would say. I think Xarnax has 100% cleared out the west now. It has nothing for him. Except for the P2 gem. Did we see this room in P6 before?
Yes. We're gonna go right here, I believe, and find the other Rebenak for the item.
Ah, yes. That's an interesting path that he took. It's funny how they took such different paths there. I think you have to go back down to the Canadian hole, fall in, and then probably ferry to the right. Or there could be a couple different paths to the right that are the correct one to Barba.
I don't think we've seen the drop hole with the ferry into a small hallway yet.
Xarnax, how many times are you going to try this before you just use ferry? I know you can do it. I think most of us can do it. But, oh no! That's painful. That he does twice in a row.
We will likely be getting our shield spell here because he's probably still looking for spell at this point now.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I would be extremely surprised to see him go into P5 to dig for an item before going and looking for spell.
Yeah, it just depends on how badly he's missed Naburu, I guess, and I mean, he knows that he should be able to find it, so But he's definitely got to be disappointed with Shield there. Even though he's surely going to cast it a couple times before the end of the race, I would imagine. But yeah, he just wants that spell so he can get that other item. He might be going back to Palace 5. Well, he's not. He's going away from it, so that's good for him.
I do believe that he has to be going toward that town in the north the same way he saw it the first time, I think.
Yeah, I think there's some question of if he actually saw the town, but maybe he thinks that it's up here regardless. It's a little surprising that he didn't pop into the town the first time, but he knew that he was potentially not needing any more spells at all, and the only way he would need it is this exact situation. So, yeah, I guess it's certainly a play that you can make to skip the spells if spell is the only one that you would possibly need. And spell being required doesn't really happen that often.
It's a gamble I could see myself taking if I were to do it.
Yes, spell is blocking the glove. So Xarnax is definitely on his way to the glove. Jack is having a little trouble with this P6 layout, I think. He needs to go left from here. And he makes the jump. That's nice. That was really nice that he made both those jumps in a row. They can both be tricky. And then fall down here, and then one of the rights after this fall. Oh, you didn't even have to use Fairy, because you landed on the roof. And here's Barbara.
This definitely leads itself to the question of, will Jack realize where to look for that missing cave?
Yeah, we'll see. He might end up heading into Deathbound here as well. I think he just burned another gem there. Oh, Xarnax is about to get the glove right now. He's 100% winning the race to the last item that they both need. Jack is... not sure where he's going. Is Palace? Palace 4? Oh, he's gonna dip into P4 and see if the double dip is required, I guess. It's a bit unfortunate for him, for sure. And Xarnax is in go mode, so... looking pretty good. He is behind on gems 5-3, but shouldn't be too hard for him to get those gems placed. P6 was a bit of a trouble, but Xarnax has been in there already, so he knows how to get through there. A bit.
we are probably going to see Xarnax do Palace 2 last.
Yeah, that would make the most sense since GP is in the west as well, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so... Well, Jack is getting his item here. See where he heads after that. What is Xarnax doing? This is confusing. Does he not remember which palaces he's done?
This seed has not felt like it's been an hour. Has not felt like it's been only an hour and 10 minutes so far.
Yeah, they've saw a lot of stuff, but they've been working very efficiently to see all that stuff. So, yeah, we'll see how long it takes Jack to find those items in Death Mountain. It didn't take Xarnax too long at all.
I remember right, Rebenak was not that far into Palace 3 at least.
Yeah, 3 is really one of the easiest palaces to navigate in the game, especially if you've already got the glove. But that is a lot of stuff dying at once there. I still wouldn't worry about experience. There's no way he's going to get 2900 for the boss. Most rooms that have a name, that are named after someone in the community, are named that way because that person made a decision in that room in a tournament race that like won them a race, basically. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, except for the BGT room, that would be the first case there. Yeah.
And Xarnax has found our favorite Iron Knuckle riding a toy horse.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the origins of the Jackimus room naming.
I'm too new and confused before we find those names.
Yeah. I don't know if I've seen any of the races that caused a room to be named. Probably, I might have seen the Eon drop race, but I don't know.
Unfortunately, I don't think Xarnax knows that there's a more direct route to Maze Island going back toward where we found the hammer.
Yeah, but it's not that much better anyways, so it's not going to cost it that much time. That was the P3 gem place, right? Yeah. Yeah, Xarnax did not beat P2. P2 is in the west. He has to go back for that one. it was unfortunate that Jack up and aid from Hammer Cave because it seemed like Xarnax found the right way to Spectacle Rock fairly quickly from Hammer Cave, and instead Jack has re-entered Death Mountain and is trying to get to Spectacle Rock from the start, and I don't know how well this is going to work out for him. So far, not very well. Yeah, Jack needs the medicine for Reflect. It's just in the Trophy Cave in the west.
It actually be a benefit for Jack to have not come back here on this one.
Yeah, oh wow, that's a terrible dead end.
The world generation on that dead end is fantastic. I like how perfectly a rectangle that is.
Yeah, if Jack finds the kid, then he's gonna go and cash that in and just get the shield spell. Upstab could be required, of course. It's unlikely, but it could be. Oh, Jack's giving it another go.
Is Xarnax trying to get a death to refill off of?
Yeah, he wants to die so that he can cast Fairy when he goes down at the bottom here. Oh! He's gotta have like 1 health left. Yeah, I would say all of his decisions are understandable. There is a thing though that, you know, the caves in the west are usually the easiest item spots to get to, basically. And if you haven't seen one of them, then you would probably want to search those out before searching for other stuff. Of course, you can make a meta play and say, well, if it's there, then I just lost, and it doesn't matter. But, yeah, if Jack had just looked for Trophy Cave more, if he even realizes that he's still got a cave left in the west.
I was gonna say, it could be a mistrack on his part.
Yeah, no, I doubt that he actually does any tracking.
Mental mistrack.
Yeah, for sure.
The one good side for Jack here is this Palace 6 is a confusing mess.
Yeah, I'm sure Xarnax will get there soon enough, though. It's not going to be confusing enough to make up this time for Jack. Yeah. Jack needs the medicine for for Reflect, and it's just in the Trophy Cave, which is kind of in a weird spot in the west. Xarnax got it relatively early. Xarnax had trouble because he got the glove late. It was in the spell tower.
Luckily, Jack has found his way to Spectre Rock.
Yep, and now he's gonna have a kid to cash in and get his shield spell. And Xarnax has found Barba, so both finding the very first thing they needed to find right away. Oh, very nice, Xarnax. There's no more reason for him to go back to Death Mountain. Jack's found both Death Mountain items.
I believe that cave just in that swamp is our trophy cave.
Yeah.
Luckily for Xarnax, this is not the longest palace to have to dig, but it is a dig. Unfortunate death for Xarnax there, but
Yeah, there's no excuse for that. He was screwing around and just wasting time. Oh, he made the jump that time, then he cast Fairy. I think the even trickier part of that, though, is making it up to the next level. You sit on that block in the wrong spot, and it's going to disappear immediately, so... Yeah, there's no way that you feel good about your time here if you're either of these guys.
no.
These seeds do take a little longer on average than a Swiss seed, but if you're getting close to an hour 30, and Jack has found medicine. Wow.
That really is something that is super easy to overlook in that corner.
Yeah, it was just right there. That was so easy. Yeah, I think Jack did find every item before that one. And to Xarnax's credit, he did get pretty much every item as well. Yeah, I think Xarnax found every item, except for P5s. So in the end, the P5 dig might make a difference. And the having to redig P4 for Jack, I suppose.
And we have our first entry to Great Palace.
Yeah, right around 1:23:39. It's almost certainly going to be, I'd say, close to 5 minutes difference. Oh man, this is a rough start. That's a lot of fire casts.
4 casts for those chickens?
Yeah, I would say that they're not intended to be killed with fire or thunder at any cost of thunder. Just like these bluebird knights. Oh, Xarnax almost got the bounce off him up there. Xarnax almost out of life here on his first life. Taking a look to the left. Wonder if Trails approves. See if he can get through this room without a death. It's gonna be tricky. He's got it. Alright. Jack is very close to Rebanak. This race, or not Rebanak, Karak. This race is very far from over. Karak's in the next room, so Xarnax has a certain lead here, but all Jack has to do is go the right way in GP.
And both runners have all 6 gems placed.
Yeah.
It's has about by the time Jack is there, a 3.5 minute lead.
It's like it's right around 3. Almost exactly 3 minutes.
I did not realize that 4 and GP were that close together.
Yeah. Yeah, that factor worked out pretty well in Jack's favor. So now it's just a question of getting through GP here.
It does not help that the first room is a miserable.
Yeah, you know, at least there's no lava and stuff, I guess.
Out 3 minutes there.
Yeah, but it's really hard to quantify a lead at this point because just one correct turn and it's over. So, and Xarnax finding some wrong turns. There is a jar in that statue if Jack wants to try for it.
Head start is probably a better term than
Yeah, that might be a better way to phrase it in this case.
with this specific palace.
Well, that is a miserable dead end for Jack, and Xarnax has found Thunderbird, which is extremely promising, and with the amount of rooms we've seen so far in Great Palace, I'd have to think that Darklink's not going to be too far behind. He might have one drop left behind him, but I don't think there's going to be too many branching paths left.
We've seen a fair bit of this deep, so I would agree with you on that. Cobra. Looks like Xarnax has a pretty good pendulum going from there.
Yeah, Xarnax likes to practice fighting the bosses low percent, so he can definitely handle them. That is a timely red jar.
Extreme time.
Yeah, this is gonna do it.
So, DP want to fake us out with additional rooms at the end there, and then just give us a straight line to Darklink anyways.
That's the Zelda sprite that Xarnax is using. He's used that pretty consistently now. It's a pretty nicely made sprite. Yeah, that is going to do it for Jack in this tournament.
And welcome, Xarnax.
Thank you. I believe I won.
Good race.
Thanks. I assume Jack is in GP.
He is.
Okay. I
Uh,
said in the race room right before the race that it was gonna be a nail biting.
yeah. You want to guess what held him up?
Level 5.
Well, he did dig level 5, but it wasn't that costly.
Oh. Did he spend more time in Death Mountain than I did?
Yeah, he did that too, but that wasn't really the real root of his problem either.
Oh man, did he just skip too many levels and died too much?
He just didn't get the medicine until, well, he got every other item first, I think.
The trophy cave was hard to find. Like, it was really easy to miss, I should say.
Yeah, it wasn't hard to find because, like, well, there's the raft tile and the trophy cave is like, 10 steps away from it. But
Right, I am really glad that I didn't spend more time looking for it before I went east.
Wait, what?
I knew I hadn't full clear to the west when I took the raft over to the east.
Okay.
So I knew I had at least, I think I had 3 caves to check because I had both the hammer block ones, obviously. So yeah, I knew there was some stuff to find in the west, but I was more concerned about finding towns and getting, like, yeah, finding all the spells I need.
So when you went to the north side of the East Continent the first time, did you see Nibiru and not go in it? Because you were trying to say, like, oh, there's almost no way I'm going to need another spell at this point. Or
right. I saw it, I was like, there's a 50% chance a spell is in there, but there's also a decent chance that the glove is just on Maze Island and I don't even need that spell.
Right.
Like, there was a very good chance I didn't need whatever spell was in there. So I figured I would just check. Like, I made a mental note. I'm like, if I finish Maze Island and I'm not in go mode, I'm going to go back to Nibiru. But then I up and aid right before I remembered that mental note.
Yeah.
As soon as I did that, and then really, when I really felt I was done was when Death Mountain proved to be a complete waste of time.
Yeah, you definitely got to those items fairly quickly, though, in Death Mountain. All things considered.
Yeah, it could have been much worse, like, because the Spectacle Rock only had 2 entrances going to it.
Yeah, so what you did was you walked out of Hammer Cave and then took a connector from there. What Jack did was he found Hammer Cave and then he up and aid from Hammer Cave and then decided to go back in for Spectacle Rock.
Oh.
So there was definitely more exploring of different areas of Death Mountain that you never saw because of that. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but
this seemed, I think, required. Certainly, it felt like it required. I haven't logicked it out, but there was a ton of backtracking, clearly for both of us. I'm not sure how streamlined you could make it if you had knowledge of everything, but there was a lot of places I went more than once.
Well, you certainly had to get 6 magic jars. The boots were in the west, right?
The boots were in the east.
Or were they? Okay.
They were in the item cave. I think it was like near the eastern coast of the eastern.
Oh, that sounds like the hammer.
Oh, that might be what it is.
Boots were the
first item cave.
The very first
cave was like in the south.
Yeah.
Kind of by Maya Valley of Death.
Yeah, that glove definitely cost you some time. Jack had it much earlier than you did.
Oh man!
Like, he had both the flute and the glove before you had either of them by a good margin, but he just never had that medicine.
And the medicine was for reflect. Yeah.
Right. To be fair, I think if the kid was required for reflect, I think that you probably still win this, but it would be really close then.
Right.
Just because of all the trouble that Jack had getting to Spectacle Rock, but he is just entering Thunderbird now.
Alright. Oh yeah, 656, Madman.
He burned 3 gems.
I was about to ask how many rubies he ate.
Because he's a titan of this game.
Exactly.
He is fighting Darkling straight up. And he doesn't have much health left, so he might be
I know he did
this
in his last race too. I usually like to do this if my opponent is already finished.
Thankfully, he's got 2 lives left, so I'm sure he'll get him this time.
Yeah. It was awesome, man. My last race, I forgot to mention it in the interview. The last race I against Chromaticalism, I got the super jump after the Dark Link fight. I was really excited about that.
I'm not familiar, but I'm imagining it's kind of like the Rebenak one. Sort of.
No, you know the like you see the platform on the right side.
Oh, you can jump up there?
Yeah. Like, yeah, you can jump up there, and you don't have much time to do it if you want to do it after you kill Dark Link, obviously. You only get one shot at it, but then it moves you to the middle of the screen, up at that height. It's pretty funny.
Oh, that's fun. I haven't seen that before. So I actually didn't watch your last race. I heard that you might have lost something last race, or
my last race, I could not find Palace 5.
yeah.
I think I spent like 12 minutes just wandering the overworld looking for the path to my last palace.
Oh,
And then I lost by like 4 minutes.
yeah. Yeah, this one, it seemed like you lost the way back to Death Mountain for a bit there. Especially the entrance that you were hoping to find, I think.
Yeah, I couldn't remember where that one was. I didn't really worry too much about it because I knew where the other entrance was.
Yeah.
And I knew if I went into Death Mountain, I was going to be going through caves anyway.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the other entrance was in the north, because wasn't that how you got to the north the first time?
Right. Yep. No, I didn't go through Death Mountain north.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
No.
All right.
I think I took Saria.
Oh, I didn't think Saria went to the north. I guess
Oh.
it did.
Maybe I took something else. I don't know.
I really think it was Death Mountain.
It definitely wasn't Death Mountain. Yeah, I shouldn't say definitely. Maybe it was. I don't remember it being that, but in any case.
Word.
Welcome, Jackimus and GG.
Hi, humans.
Hey, GG, man.
Yeah, good job.
Hey, Jack. Tough luck with that that medicine there.
Oh, yeah. I feel kind of dumb that I missed Trophy Cave. Like,
Yeah.
I could have been done close to a half hour faster if I just found that whenever I got to the dock at first, but that's just how it goes.
It was certainly an easy to miss spot.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that it was all just mountains down there, and then when I ran out of options after finding every single other item, it's like, well, where's Trophy Cave, man? It's got to be here somewhere.
Yeah, Xarnax didn't find it immediately either, that's for sure, but he found it pretty much before, like, at the same time you were finding the glove and the flute, I think, is about when Xarnax was getting the medicine and finding Reflect. So each of you had an advantage for a while, and Xarnax took a long time to find the glove, kind of full cleared everything except for P5 before he got there.
Yeah, the glove was in the Spelltown spot, I believe.
Right.
Yeah, I think with just a couple of different turns for each of you, you both could have finished the seed in right around an hour, and you just kind of both had some unfortunate things happen where you're finishing in this time instead, but it was still a very interesting race to watch for all of us, I think.
Right on, that's good.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys had any more thoughts on the seed or if Zeke had any questions for them.
So it's triple elimination, right?
You know, I want to make a triple elimination tournament sometime because I've never heard of one being done. So it'd be.
That sounds insane to manage, but
yeah, I mean, you just make a bracket and then you play it. So
yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure you had fun, Jack, because you were playing a fun game.
It
So
was great.
I don't know. It was a little bit like in the middle of the seed. I think it was I think I was doing a bunch of. I spent so much time in Palace 6 multiple times. But I think the first time I was exploring it, I was fighting a whole bunch of stuff, and like after a while, I remembered Thunderfire existed, and then I was like, I kind of wish it didn't. I like fighting things.
Oh, the Thunderfire was awesome. I ate a lot of gems and zapped a lot of lizards.
yeah. Oh, Jack, you had a definite lead early because you went left at the start and you got Fairy, and then you went immediately across Saria and got Fire, and then got a magic level and found that it was Thunderfire, and you were getting levels left and right.
Yeah,
but then
the town spit you out right next to the cave with the raft. So
yeah, that was all big.
Feeling really good about this one. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
But then Xarnax got the magic key pretty early, and you didn't get that for a while, so that was definitely something that helped turn the tide a little bit in his favor. But in the end, it was just that medicine.
Maybe. Like the thing is, I found the long dead end going right into and left, but then I really didn't go into any other palaces for much of anything until I, found the glove. Then I'm like, well, I'll go back to 2, do that. I know I need spell items. Oh, look, magic key. That's cool.
Yeah, it wasn't a huge deal. There was a little ferrying through doors, I think. I think you went into 6 a little bit before you had the magic key.
Yeah, I figured I'd at least have a peek there, but I got glove blocked pretty quick, so I was just like, nope, I'm out. See ya.
Yeah, 6 was not a friendly layout. Both of you had a little trouble there, but
yeah, I looped once or twice before I figured out that you had to be a Canadian in order to find the boss.
Yeah, well, you've had a lot of practice at that, so
I know, right?
Oh, yeah. Xarnax, you're going on to race Elendar next round. Got any thoughts?
Oh, cool. Oh man, that'll be a fun one. We seem to match up in almost every tournament we're in together at some point. And he has improved a lot since he first started doing tournaments in this game.
Yeah.
So that should be a fun match to watch, I hope. Definitely.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to and appreciating every single time I survive another game. I don't expect to win any more here on out.
I think that you've got a chance to make it several more rounds, really.
I have a chance, but there's no race where I feel like there's no matchup where I feel like, oh, I should win this race. It's a toss-up at best.
No, it's a pretty deep bracket for sure.
Yeah.
There's a chance that we could race in a couple rounds here if I can win my next 2 races.
Make it happen, gentlemen.
2 weeks ago, Jack was interviewing me, and he said, just a couple things need to line up for us to face each other.
And they did, apparently.
And then it happened.
Exactly.
Well, we'll see. I got some tough matches to go through before that's a possibility, but see what happens.
I'm full-time comms now. Woohoo!
Lol, Jackimus. No, GG's to both you and Xarnax. Sorry to see you go, Jackimus. And GG's to Xarnax. Good luck on your next round. Any final thoughts, I suppose?
Let's go, Bruins!
Same as always. Thanks so much to everyone who hopped on, especially this race staff was kind of thrown together last second, so appreciate everyone hopping on to make this happen.
Yeah, this was my first solo restream, really. I've been a restreamer for less than a week. I think it went pretty well. If you decide to watch back the VOD, ignore the first one. We had some tech issues. Not sure what happened. It got fixed, but the first is a short, unwatchable VOD that we're keeping for debugging purposes.
Oh, good.
Just ignore it. This all got it started on time though. So here, chat, put the command in chat. Follow our two runners here, Jackimus and Xarnax, and also give our commentators here a follow, Zeke and Coper. Thank you for commentating here and providing both of you bailing me out of actually not having a race stream and keeping us all entertained tonight.
I'd like to thank Jay Coper for joining me at the last minute here as well. So, and thanks to the runners as well.
Yeah, I took a little nap and then got up just in time to do this. So,
no, so
it turned out okay.
Yeah, thanks for waking up in time, Kofer. So this is our last race tonight on ZSR. We have quite a few matches tomorrow, actually. We have a Wind Waker Randomizer Spoiler Lock Tournament, Group B, Joa-ish versus CS at 1:50 Eastern, a Breath of the Wild any % tournament losers bracket round 1, Harmjan versus Zelkis. Minish Cap Randomizer, this is round 5 match between Relics and Ricky of Kokiri an hour later. And then we have another Zelda 2 Randomizer standard tournament match tomorrow. Winners bracket round 2, Trails versus Toaster. Should be a really good one. Looking forward to watching that. No, that is it pretty much for us tonight. We're going to wrap it up here now. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thanks to our runners for providing our entertainment. Thanks to our commentators. We are going to hear raid Eon HCK, who is currently doing a Zelda 2 100% Zelda 2 100% all keys run here, and so we'll go over see how she's doing, and that'll be it for us tonight.